Hello, I'm Claudia Reese Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is the energy update for Thursday, the 17th of March, 2022. I hope you're doing well. I have a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube called Psychic Cafe. I would love to see you in there. In that, I do channeled stuff for the collective, but I also give mini reads as well. And so if you've got a question for your higher self, or you want guidance for a particular area in your life, a particular area, relationship, or a question that you've got, come along in there. It's by donation. You can find that by clicking on the Be Healing channel down there. You'll see the next show laying in right there. You can click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell and click on set a reminder for that. And come along. It's by donation for those mini reads. If you're interested in a private reading with me, they're also available from my website, behealing.com. You can find a link for that in the description box below, and also one up there. I get all my readings done within 48 hours. If you find that they're all booked up, if they're sold out, then just check back 24 hours later, 48 hours later. You should be able to get booked in at some point. So what energies do we have going on today? We've got the shadow dancer. It's a day to confront the shadow. What's the shadow? Well, it's like anything that we judge in ourselves, that we think is wrong with ourselves, that we think is bad, like anger or, just any of those things. If you're judging yourself on something, it's time to just admit that every single human has got that in them. And when you stop resisting it and judging yourself for it and beating yourself up for it or trying to ignore that you've got it and pretending that you don't have it, it holds no power over you anymore. So if you can accept that something is a part of you, it takes the power away from that thing. When we resist it, when we try and ignore it, our shadow, when we try and pretend that we're not it, it controls us. How many times have you seen that in people? The ones that say that they're not something, they're fighting against something. They're the ones that are it more than anybody, right? And we're all doing that to some extent. And that's why we need to do the shadow work. Just love and accept ourselves as we are. It's okay to be human. And that thing doesn't have a grip on you anymore if you do that, if you can do that. We've got bliss here as well. Nice. So you might be letting yourself off the hook today for something that you've been judging yourself for over and over again. What else is in the energies today? So important, shadow work, So important. That's the real stuff of healing. Queen of Pentacles. Stability. Some kind of a reward coming in there for your stability is what I'm thinking. Holding yourself in high regard and your stability in high regard, receiving something back from that. 8 of Swords, but feeling kind of trapped, kind of restricted, glass ceiling kind of thing. Well, I can receive only so much. I can't receive more than that. I can't really get what I want. I can get the small things, but I can't get the big things. It's that kind of an energy. Some kind of a belief that you've got is swords. It's just an idea that you've got. But you're telling yourself a story of why you can't have more than that. Ooh, the Hierophant, learning something today, spiritual lessons, or some kind of path of commitment. Committing to yourself or committing to breaking through a glass ceiling, committing to getting more stability in your life or savings or buying a house or something like that. Could be something like that. 6 of Swords, or just getting yourself out of choppy waters, getting yourself out of debt, getting yourself out of a pickle that you got yourself in too. It just depends where you're at with all of this stuff, how stable you are, how much you've been advocating for yourself, how much shadow work you have been doing, loving and accepting yourself. Because if you haven't done that shadow work, you're not going to be advocating for yourself, for your abundance, for all of that stuff. Why have we got the Queen of Pentacles? Queen of Pentacles, what are you doing here? She's kind of heartbroken. She wants more. Queen of Pentacles wants more. She wants more for herself. She's wondering why she hasn't received here. She knows she deserves it, right? But she's kind of heartbroken that she hasn't been given it. You might have been waiting for a reward from your work or something like that, and it's not been coming, and you're kind of heartbroken. You feel like it's a slight on you. It's not. It's got something to do with this. Anyway, let's get a... We can't just sit around waiting for someone to give us what we feel we deserve. Masculine energy is behind that. So you might be giving your power away to a masculine energy here, sitting around waiting for the masculine energy to acknowledge you, to value you, to give you more. But it's not going to happen. We need to go out and get what it is that we want, not wait for a masculine energy to give it to us, not waiting for that video to go viral, not waiting for your boss to give you a raise, not waiting for all of that stuff, going out in search of it, of what it is that we deserve. Because generally, if we're in this energy of being heartbroken, we're keeping ourselves in a place where it isn't. It's like waiting for someone to love us when they don't love us, staying in that relationship and hoping for them to change. It's a losing battle. And this is more about work. This is saying you're in that kind of a non-reciprocal relationship in your work, waiting for some masculine energy to reward you there, and it's not going to happen. Why is it not going to happen? Because of this Eight of Swords. There's an idea that you've got that is a limitation, that you can't receive something. Oh, wow. Eight of Voices. We've been banned by that. Give us another one. What is this Eight of Swords about? What is it about? Page of Voices. Nobody's watching me. Nobody's paying attention to me. Nobody's looking at me. Nobody's seeing my worth. Nobody has found me yet. They're not finding me yet. They're not seeing me yet. They're not seeing what it is that I offer. Again, it's this, I'm trapped here because I need to stay here until these people or this person sees my value. But you're in a place because of this energy that they're not going to see your value. It's that whole thing, like being in the wrong relationship and waiting for them to change, being in the wrong job and waiting for them to change, being around someone that doesn't see your value because they don't value that kind of thing, waiting for them to change their mind, and they're not going to change their mind because it's not important to them. They don't value that stuff. It's like if I was to go and work somewhere else, work for somebody instead of doing what it is that I love and getting my abundance through that. And then going, but I'm an incredible person because I've got all of these gifts and I can do this thing. Why don't they see it? But that boss that I go and work for, he doesn't care. He doesn't care that I'm a great tarot reader. He doesn't care that I've got the business acumen to run this business. And he doesn't care about all of that stuff. He cares about what I can do for him, what I do in that business. So he's not going to reward me for the stuff that isn't actually in his interest, for working for someone else. So it's something like that. So you got yourself in a struggle here. And it's time to get out of that struggle, banging on a door that's not going to reap the rewards that you want. The Hierophant, there's a lesson to be learned here, a spiritual lesson to be learned. Lots of clarity so that you can start, so you can change it, change your mind, and then have an idea of where to go to get it. Now, you're not going to have an idea of where to go to get it while you're still in the Eight of Swords energy. Like, nobody loves me, everybody hates me, nobody sees my value. From that kind of a mindset, you're not going to have this clarity of an idea of where to go. But if you, through this reading or something else that shows up today, if you have the aha, it's like, oh, I'm believing this and I'm knocking on this door or I'm expecting them to change. If you can set yourself free from whatever that belief is, I feel you could have an idea of what you could do, where you could go to get what it is that you want. What's behind this? The Hierophant and the Ace of Voices. So for some of you, you could have like this amazing idea today of going and getting a job somewhere else or something like that. Grounding that idea in. So there could be some action that you take to grind that idea in. Grind it in. Ground it in. Today for some of you. Some of you are going to be caught up in this glass ceiling kind of, I can't get what it is that I want energy. For some of you, this is about not getting to that next level. It is about getting to a next level, but it's more out of debt, out of the hardships, out of the pain that you've been going through here. Six of Swords, out of the choppy waters, into the smooth waters. So you might really be struggling. The Hierophant, spiritual lesson to be had there. Yeah, so it's what I've already said. Apply this to your situation, whatever your hardship is at the moment, whatever that door is that you're banging on, trying to get what it is that you want from it. There's a definite detour to be had here, but you need to change your mind first about this is good. What you think is holding you back there, what you think is locking you in, because you've got unlimited possibilities here. You need to learn that you've got unlimited possibilities. Like, seriously. It blows my mind sometimes, If I look back, and I've had this business for 22 years now, and it started up as a physical business, in Byron Bay in Australia. And me, one-on-one with people. And I shifted online in the year 2011, 2012, solely online, gave up my shop. And it blows my mind that through all of that time, through, say, the first 18 years of my business, I was helping people to heal, yes, but I was very much in the mode of healing myself. And what blows my mind is that I managed to make it work. I managed to make the business work all of that time to keep me alive. I didn't need to work anywhere else, kind of thing. I got the money in that I needed from it. Base level, yes. Struggling, yes. Only just making the bills and stuff for those years. But that's because I was so unhealed in that time. But it still blows my mind that this is the only thing that I needed to do that. And I'm like, thank you, universe, for supporting me through all of that time where I needed to have all of that time to heal myself. And I need to be so focused on it all. And I'm saying that because some of you have been in this struggle for so long, but you've actually needed that time to heal. And we can't do great things until we've healed. And I know that now because now my business is like, poof. The last few years, I've felt like a different person because I got through this shadow work is what it's about. I got through that shadow work and I started loving myself completely. And no one can hold anything to me anymore because I've already accepted it all in myself. And I'm good with myself now. I really love myself now. And now my business is like whoosh because of it. So some of you are in the struggles until you get to this point. And you can't force that either. You can't force the shadow work. I mean, you need to do it. There's a lot of people that won't even face that stuff. You need to do it. But you can't force yourself into being ready for it yet. There's a flow to healing yourself with many steps kind of before the shadow work. So wherever you're at the moment is okay. You need to know that. There's a divine timing part about it, but hopefully I'm helping to move you forward on that path. What about our love lives today? So we can really break free of something today. A struggle. What about our love lives today? Yeah. Nice energies. Give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all of it that your heart truly desires. So again, this could be that energy of realizing that you've been looking for love where it isn't, banging on that wrong door, waiting for somebody who doesn't love you to try and change. It could be that, but give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come. So you do have better stuff ahead. Could be similar energies going on in our love lives here. Wanting something, not being able to find it kind of thing, look in the wrong places. Push through any insecurities. So insecurities might have you looking in the wrong places. Push through any insecurity. It could be the insecurities about yourself as well. What else in our love lives today? Do you know what I mean? Insecurities in yourself have you looking in the wrong places, have you continuing to stay in that low-level job where the boss isn't rewarding you for it or whatever's going on. Oh, codependency, yeah. It could be codependency, which is a willingness to... Well, codependency is about a willingness to give or overgive in a situation because we're wanting to derive our self-worth from it. So it's a needing to prove our worth. We stay in a situation and overgive in that situation because we don't feel worthy. And we think if we give enough, it's going to make us feel worthy. And so we squander our energy on someone or something. And in a codependent kind of way, it's an enabling kind of thing. Which leads to heartbreak. Yeah, heartbreak again. So it's the same energy, but this is in relationship, right? You can't love someone good enough to heal them. And that's what codependents try and do. But what it is for the codependent, it is trying to get some recognition and reward through doing that, to prove worthy of love by fixing someone else or by being there for them through thick and thin, even through all of their troubles and looking after them, enabling. Feeling like I deserve their love because I was here for all of that and did all of that. And it's like, no, you don't, because that was codependent. That wasn't actually helping them to actually heal themselves. Well, there's a soul connection here, and I feel like it's on its way. This one, it said, give thanks for the love soon to come your way. Go through all of these lessons, just like I said with my business, right? My business couldn't take off until I'd done all that healing, especially the shadow dancer is an important part of that. Same with relationships. I couldn't be in a decent relationship before that was done. No way. And so, yeah, if you're getting through the shadow work now, feeling somewhat healed, not that it will ever be over, but the gnarliest stuff will be over. If you're at that shadow dancer stage, then you can look forward to a better relationship coming, that soul connection coming with someone else who is doing this work as well. Not someone that you've got to be codependent with, someone that's not done the work and you can go in and be their therapist and try and love them through it and all of that. Yeah, no, choose someone that has done that too, someone at your level. Lucky. You're going to get lucky in love. Again, I'm getting this future thing. So I'm feeling like the energies today is about turning your energy around, looking forward to that love coming in, but recognizing where you're at right now, where your energy is right now, and it needing to be poured into you and your healing and that shadow work and all of that. And you feel really good in yourself, feeling worthy. Yes. Self-worth, feeling worthy in yourself, so you're no longer trying to prove it to everyone else that you're worthy, no longer trying to prove to someone who's not going to love you because they've not got it in themselves, not even loving themselves, not going to love you. So they're trying to prove to them that you're worthy of love or the money or whatever it is, knowing that you deserve that. And then romance comes along again. I'm getting this is in the future, once you've really got that you deserve it and you can have it. And it is coming. And just for the meantime, looking after myself and doing my thing. Breaking through any glass ceilings that are about in myself and knowing that the money, the business, the job, the recognition, the relationship is going to come the other side of that. Or at some point along the way. What else do we need to know about the energies today? We need to know we've got a secret admirer. Ooh. Do we? You might have a secret admirer. Could have noticed you already. So if you're coming like to an important completion in your healing process, if you're doing this shadow work, then you're very close. And they could be doing it too, right? You need to defend yourself, but you might both be defensive yet, not brave enough to come together. You could be their secret admirer too. You might not have told them your feelings. You could be defensive. Wary. It's like, is this person really right for me? Should I really go all in? Should I tell them my feelings? Have boot. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. So some of you might be in the right place. I'm getting this like Six of Swords, the Hierophant. Some of you, say if you're in debt or something like that, increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. If you're getting like committed to yourself, like I'm going to get myself out of this strife, I'm going to do something good for myself because I've got unlimited possibilities, anything could happen. Increasing those efforts was going to get the ball rolling. If you get your mindset off on paying debt off and you go all in to it, increasing your efforts, that's going to get paid off very fast. It's just that decision that you make to do it. Vulture. Depression, anxiety, worry that someone's against you. That could really hold you back if you get in that energy of, I'm the victim here, they're not recognizing me. You're going to stay stuck there in that Eight of Swords energy. So think of a yes or no answer question, because I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag. I'm going to pull one of them out very shortly for your answer. This is just a bit of fun because this is a general reading. Don't forget, it's not a personal one. If you want me to pull one of those crystals out for a specific question that you've got, come along to my live cafe, Psychic Cafe show, here on YouTube 3 times a week. You can find it by clicking on the Be Healing thing that's down there. To get on my channel page, you'll see the next one laying in wait. Click that subscribe button along with that notification bell and click on the set a reminder for that show. Come along live. It's by donation for those mini reads. I'll also pull cards as well to give you some clarity on that. Now, I can also do it in private readings too. Use those crystals, I always use cards for private readings. But if you want one of those, book yourself in. There's a link in the description box below and also one up there as well. And if you've got specific questions for your reading, then just after you've booked in, click on my Contact Us page on my website and you can put your questions in there. How best to deal with these energies today? Knight of Pentacles at take it slowly. Slow and steady wins the race. Just the next step, the next step, the next step. Don't try and rush into anything. Know where you're at the moment, or just be open to the possibility that maybe you're not quite ready yet and you're just getting ready, because there just seems to be a lot of future energy here. And the more you can be like cool about that, like, oh, I'm getting ready. I might almost be ready. It's feeling better. I'm feeling better. Things are getting better. Things are manifesting for me. If you get into that kind of an energy and allow it to unfold slowly, that's better than pressuring yourself to have it right now. We don't need to manifest it right now. Life is a journey, don't forget. So think of a yes or no answer question now. Pause the video if you're not ready for your answer. Your answer is yes. Go for it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well. I love hearing from you. Click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell down there as well to hear more from me. I do one of these every single day of the year. I do 3 Love Pick a Card reads a week, and I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show, which I'd love to see you in. So click on that Be Healing thing down there. Don't forget, and come along to that live. Love to see you in there. Have the best day ever, and I will see you tomorrow.